Hello students, welcome to Summer Internship Project Guidelines Session number 1. On behalf of Rajgarh Institute of Management Research and Development, I Dr. Rohan Daivale welcome you all. To start with, this is your simple typical diagram of research flow. I will elaborate this diagram in my next session. So we will start with the technical specification in this session. Here the simple things will be elaborated, that how you are going to exactly write down in your summer internship project submission. So your project, you are going to make a project, and project length should be approximately 70 to 90 pages. Then your paper size will be A4 size, bond paper only. Then font will be Times New Roman and font size will be 12. For bullets and headlines, you can use font number 14. Interline spacing should be 1.5. At the start of your document, you have to set your margins. So ensure that your left margin is 35 mm and all other margins, that is right, top and bottom margins, should be 20 mm. You are going to use the cover which is hard bound black cover with golden embossing. Total number of copies you are going to print, those are 2. One you are going to submit to the institute and other will be with you. One soft copy you have to make and you have to write that on CD, and we are going to submit this CD to SPPU. Then various formats of front and other paper I will elaborate in my next slide. So you can print on one side or both side of the pages, that depends on you. So this is your first part of your project, various type of certificates and declarations. So it is divided into A, B, C, D, E, F. So annexure 1 is your title page. Annexure B will be the Rajgarh Institute of Management Research and Development certificate. That certificate will be issued by your project guide after successful completion of your project. Then annexure C is company certificate. If you are going to do your summer internship project in any organization, then after 2 months that organization will issue your certificate, that is your company certificate. In case you are going to do a desk research, that is purely depend on secondary data, and with this COVID situation, if you are not going in any other organization, then company certificate will not be there. Then annexure D will be your students declaration. Standard format is there. Students are going to declare that the entire work of this project is purely original and not copy pasted. Similar type of declaration is given by a guide, that the student have performed all these activities and project work on his or her own, and the things are not copy pasted. Then annexure F is your acknowledgement, where you are going to give some thanks to your faculties and friends. After that, it will be followed by a list of the tables and figures that you are going to include in your project. So this is your simple first part of your project. After that, I will show you, this will be your title of the project. A project report on your title at the organization by the name of the students, under the guidance of the name of the guide, and submitted to SPPU in the partial fulfillment of the award of the degree MBA, and your batch will be 2019-21 through RIMRD. So students are not supposed to make any changes in this format. Do not insert logo of Rajgarh Institute or SPPU, etc. So this is your standard format, and I will mail you the entire things. The next important thing is your table of content. So table of content contains executive summary, then company profile, research methodology is your third chapter, fourth chapter is theoretical concepts, followed by fifth chapter data analysis and data interpretation. Sixth chapter is important, learning of the students, that is findings. Then what contribution students have made to the host organization, that is chapter number 7. And last chapter is your conclusion. After that there will be references and appendix. So one by one I will explain all the things. So chapter number 1, the name of this chapter is executive summary. Very simple chapter of only 5 pages. So in that, the first part is 1.1, that is abstract. So what are abstracts? Abstracts are usually written after completion of your project. So abstracts are very important as they set the stage for your research. So they need to be very short and precise. So total abstract should be maximum 300 words, not beyond that. So how to write the abstract? So in the first line or one line, one sentence, you have to write, you need to explain the importance of your topic, that why you have chosen this topic. That is your first sentence. Then you should establish or write the research gap, which is followed by your research question or research topic. After that, you should explain what methodology you have used, that methodology, then methods of data collection, and your most important findings, maybe your practical implications, and your theoretical contribution, if any. Abstracts are usually written after you finish writing of your project. Abstracts are usually strictly word counted, so be effective and efficient. So this is 1.1. After that, it will be followed by objective of the study. So objective will always start with the word to, that is to understand the basic concepts of total quality management. Okay. So guidelines for the students, objective should be not more than 4 or 5. It should not be only 1 or 2 objectives, and sometimes students are writing 10 or 15 objectives. So strictly it should be maximum 4 to 5. Objective must be precise and only in one sentence. Objective must be direct in the study to the right path, and objective must identify variables under the study. So you can take help of your guide to frame the objectives. Surely guide will help you. So one example I have put here. So what are type of the objective sentences? To study the theoretical concepts of training need analysis. So this is the example of a student. That student is performing summer internship project on the specialization HR and on the topic of training need analysis. So first objective is to study the theoretical concepts of training need analysis. So what is exactly training need analysis? Then to understand the needs of the employees in XYZ or ABC company, to identify the various factors those impact the training need analysis. So this is done by theoretical background. And lastly, to analyze the training needs of various skills, that is work skills, communication skills, customer skills, and business skills. So in this particular project, students have identified various types of skills and whether the employees of that organization there is a need of training or not. So this was that project. Then next part is scope of the study. In this section, you will tell what to be included and excluded from your study. Example, in the proposal study, I will only investigate the effect of plastic content on the modules of elasticity of a steel. Such type of things should be written. So why you have actually chosen your topic and which type of variables are included in your project. What type of aspects are you are going to study and which aspects you are not going to study, you will list out in the next part, which is limitations. So this is 1.3 scope of the study. After that, need of the study. 1.4 is need of the study. Here you specify what exactly the need so that you have chosen this topic. So importance of the topic also you can elaborate here. Why there is a need to study this selected topic. Discuss importance of this topic along with the research gap you have found. So this is also should be approximately half page to 1 page. Then limitations of the study. Here you can list out 4 or 5 limitations. The typical limitation is time was insufficient or the respondents were reluctant to give some specific information, etc. So these are various constraints. Here you have to elaborate 4 to 5 limitations. So this is end of your chapter number 1. Only 5 pages, and typically each page is of content only half page. So we will move towards next chapter, that is chapter number 2, organization profile. Organization profile you can directly copy from the website of your host organization. So you can copy and edit the important things only. So what it should include? It should include company's brief information, then vision and mission of statements of that organization. Then if they have achieved some thing in that sector, then key achievements, then key products and services of that organization, and most important is SWOT analysis of that company or sector. Why I'm using the word sector? If you are going to do a desk research on general automobile sector, do's and do nots of automobile sectors or various problems in promotional activities of automobile sector, in such type of study, you are not going to do your study on a particular automobile company only. You are studying entire sector. Again, one example I can give is, if you are going to study on a telecom sector, then as a whole, what telecom sector look like, what are the key players of telecom sectors, what are the SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis means strength, weaknesses, opportunities and threat. SWOT of that particular sector. What are the top players of that particular sector, top 5 companies, what is the current scenario. Everything you have to elaborate, whether it is organization or whether that is a sector. So maximum 5 to 6 pages only you have to write in this unit or in this chapter. So chapter number 2 is organization profile or sector profile, which will be of only 4 to 5 pages. So what you should include, I have elaborated. What you should not include: do not display the history, board of directors, deep product information, then photographs of the company or unnecessary products, etc. should be avoided. Then if you are doing the project in any organization, then you should paste the organization chart of your company. So maybe it will be a CEO, then board of directors, then various departments. So such type of organization chart will be there. So you have to display